This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Love going to throw right away. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Here's Love. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Packers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. That's looking to play really well here.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing. Love.
This is caught. Touchdown!
Jayden Reed with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Down the left sideline.
And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Gone.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 4th down, Goff.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 4th. $14 yards that time for number 14.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. You look at this Packers defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by the rookie.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Now Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
Let's go now.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's taken in by Watson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, Love. He'll buy some time right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Love from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Packers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Jacobs again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Dillon.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive. But some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun. Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Gibbs.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Goff now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake. Here's Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Powering his way forward.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7.
On play action. Love to throw.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Love now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet. as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
He's got it. It's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs,
a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, it all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action this time with Love.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Goff. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a give right side. It's Lloyd, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one.